suppose Daisy wanted a big reception and all that it entails. Oh, no, Daisy isn't like that. It's Jay who always wants to be the centre of attention. That doesn't surprise me. He was always in the public eye as a young boy, and invariably for the wrong reasons. Grace turned her head yet again, squinting as a beam of sunlight danced through the stained-glass window, momentarily dazzling her. I see that Daisy's brother has arrived with his fiancée. How did he feel about his sister's rushed nuptials to someone like J. Fox? I suppose I should try to call him J. Tattersall now, but it doesn't trip easily off my tongue. Jay is entitled to use his real father's name, Grace. As for Toby, he takes everything in his stride. Eleanor tossed her head, forgetting the precarious angle at which she pinned her new straw hat. The ostrich feathers, which had looked so charming in the shop window, tickled her nose and threatened to make her sneeze. Ignoring Eleanor's struggle with her fashionable headwear, Grace turned her attention to Jay and his best man, Dr. Nick Neville, who were waiting patiently at the altar. She shook her head, oozing disapproval from every pore. I see that Jay's sister is seated in the front row, flaunting herself as if she was already married to the doctor. I believe they're almost engaged, Eleanor said nervously. Grace rolled her eyes. Not so long ago, Dove Fox was keen on the schoolmaster, and her sister Lynette was making eyes at the doctor. Now they seem to have swapped partners, as if life was like some sort of country dance. Those girls are flighty, if you ask me. Young people today aren't bound by the strict rules that you and I had to abide by, Grace. It's not that I disapprove of someone like Dr. Neville courting one of his servants, but Dove ought to be more circumspect. That's all I'm saying. She's Daisy's sister-in-law now, and that makes her part of our family, Eleanor protested, stung by this further attack on those close to her. It's perfectly proper for her to sit there with her mother and young Jack. Eleanor shifted uncomfortably in her seat. Hard wooden pews were no doubt designed to make sure that the congregation did not fall asleep during long sermons, but she wished she had a cushion. She shot a sideways glance at Grace, who, as the vicar's wife, had set herself up as unofficial arbiter of manners and morals in Little Creek. Although it was not in Eleanor's nature to be humble, she was a relative newcomer to the village, and had been careful not to offend Grace. But she was a fair woman, and she felt the need to stand up for Dove. I'm sure she will make him a good wife, she added. I disagree, Eleanor. Dr. Neville could do better for himself. The Fox girls should know their place in society, that's all I'm saying. I think you're forgetting that their brother is now Lord of the Manor, Eleanor said mildly. I'm sure that Jay will try to live up to the responsibilities that he's inherited. Grace raised her gloved hand to shield her mouth. I remember when Mary Fox was married to that bully of a first husband. She wore rags and had to send her children out to work when they were barely out of petticoats. That's all in the past, Eleanor protested. Mary might have risen from being a skivvy by marrying the squire, even if it was on his deathbed. But you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. A real lady would keep her servants in their place, and yet she's brought the entire staff of the manor house with her. It simply isn't the done thing. Eleanor had finally had enough of Grace's uncalled-for malice, and she rose to her feet. I can hear a commotion outside. The bridesmaids must have arrived, so I'd better go and see if I can do anything to help. She hurried down the aisle, nodding and smiling at friends and acquaintances. Toby Marshall reached out to catch Eleanor by the hand as she was about to walk past him. Is anything wrong, Aunt? No, dear. I was just going to make sure that the little ones were behaving. Daisy should be here at any moment. Toby glanced at Jay, who was standing before the altar with his best man. The bridegroom looks nervous. I'd have thought this would be easier the second time around, although why he would want to put himself through this again is a mystery to me. Hush, Toby. Minnie clutched his arm, stifling a giggle. Someone will hear you. He turned to his fiancée with a broad